Friends, today we are going to discuss physics subject, semester 3, unit 5, chapter 7 and episode 1st. The title of the chapter is known as Transistor, Biasing and Stabilizations of Operating Point. So what do you mean by the biasing of the transistor? That means that you are connecting transistor in a circuit that is known as a biasing. So obviously you will ask question in your mind that you can connect transistor and a number of times. That means that the biasing circuit can exist number of times. Second question rises in your mind that which circuit is most favorable and applicable. So friends, we are going to discuss really this way or this technical aspect that which circuit is proper and more applicable. So we would like to choose a suitable operating circuit. That is why the name is transistor biasing. And second thing is that stabilizations. So obviously we will choose a circuit there is a stability, and the stability factor has the vital importance for any kind of the transistor biasing circuit. Suppose your circuit is stable, then it is a suitable. How it is suitable? No, number of circuits also available which are stable, but even though it must be a suitable. So in this chapter we will discuss and ultimately we will find out proper operating and stable biasing circuit. Second aspect is that operating point, stabilizations of operating point. So what do you mean by the operating point? Earlier we studied in the second semester that transistors output characteristic. Suppose it is the output characteristic of the transistor. It was like that. This is IB, IB1, IB2, IB3, IB4. This is y-axis is the IC, x-axis is VCE. And you all have done practical of the output characteristic of the transistor in second semester. So now you will go in your mind, here this is the output characteristic. And this output characteristic, there is a three regions. One, this region is known as a cutoff region. This region is known as a saturation region. And this region is known as active region. So we have to operate the transistor on active region. So obviously we choose load line. Suppose this is our load line and we choose here operating point Q. Suppose we are operating transistor that this is VCE1, this is IC1. These are operating point. Now you start to operate the transistor. As we know, transistor is made by semiconducting material. And what is the status of the transistor? Suppose this is the transistor, this is N, P, and this is emitter, base, and collector. Now what happened? In the structure of the transistor, there is a two junction. junction 1, junction 2. Junction, that means the P and N or N and P layer, they are diffusing to each other. Now once they are diffusing and there is a junction, then there is a resistivity. So here resistive path, here also a resistive path. That means whenever the current flows, it will fill resistive path here and here also, and that is why there is a voltage drop. That voltage drop is known as VCB, VEB and VCB. So whenever you connect the transistor in a circuit and you start to operate, current will flow through the transistor and it will face two junctions, and there is a resistive activity, and that is why there is a voltage drop, there is a friction, and because of that temperature of the transistor will rise. Temperature will increase. So whenever you increase the time period of the applications, temperature of the transistor will start to increase and increase. And whenever temperature increases, semiconductor has the tendency to break or damage its own covalent bond. And whenever the covalent bond is breaking, you will find out pair of electron and hole. So you have the pair of electrons and hole. This will generate. Suppose your transistor is NPN type. At the collector end, electrons mix up with the majority carrier, but holes will be the minority carrier. Your minority charge carrier will increase as increase the temperature, and that is why we can say the name of leakage current. The flow of the minority carrier generate the current flow. That current name is leakage current. And suppose you can write leakage current in a simple ICPO or ICPO. So this leakage current is also responsible to form the collector current. That means temperature increases, covalent bond is broken, it will generate the pair of electron and hole, minority charge carrier will increase, that is the leakage current. That's why IC, collector current, further increases. Further collector current increases and it starts to flow from the transistor high current, that means high temperature. Further high temperature will generate electron and hole pair. Ultimately it will generate leakage current, either ICBO or ICB. So that cycle is running continuously, and continuously it will increase the temperature on a junction, and the transistor can be damaged. First thing is that, but very important thing is that your IC now it is not the constant, it will start to increase, something like that, and your characteristic will be the shifted. So your operating point Q shifted from here to here. Your operating point is shifted, now it is near to saturation region, and once you start to generate the amplifications, your output signal will click at the saturation region and it will show something like that. This part you will lose in your output signal. Why? Because your operating point shifted to saturation region, and we are not operating transistor in saturation region, as well as signal cannot pass through the saturation region, and that's why this will be the clip. So clipping will take place. That means you are not getting faithful applications of the transistor as an amplifier. You need to apply such a circuit to the transistor that transistor can operate as an amplifier with faithful application. Faithful application has the vital importance for any applications. So very important thing is that you are losing faithful application as well as your transistor can be damaged. So whenever you connect the transistor in a circuit, you must be careful for the two things. One thing is that your application must be faithful, it must be a constant, your operating point must be a constant, your application must be a constantly performing. Your application must be constantly performing, and avoid the damaging of your devices. So now we shall discuss different kind of the biasing circuit. First, we learn in second semester fixed bias circuit. How it was connected? For the common emitter. This is the common emitter configurations of the transistor symbol. I have base resistor RB, as well as I have collector resistor RC. Now I have to apply the supply or a potential. You see, this is the input region of the transistor. This is the output region of the transistor. So your input region of the transistor is always connect in a forward bias manner. So how forward bias? This is the N, P, N. Now you see, you are taking the connection to bias. Bias is a P type. So obviously you have to provide positive terminal of the supply to the base, and rest of part negative supply will be connected to common emitter. The same way, output region is always connected in a reverse bias manner. So whenever you connect the reverse bias, you have to be careful for the supply terminal. This is the N type. You have to provide positive terminal of the supply, then and then it will be reverse bias. So rest of the terminal negative, further it is connected with the emitter. Don't worry, whatever the terminal rest of the supply which will be connected to common. Common is the emitter. So this circuit already we studied in second semester. Now let us provide the name. Suppose this is VDB supply and this is VCC supply, and we determine the output characteristic. Earlier I did output characteristic here. This is IC. This is VC. We draw this output characteristic through this connection. This is known as common emitter transistor connections with the name of fixed bias. Now you see, here we have two power supply, 1 and 2. Suppose we convert this circuit in a single power supply, then our task becomes very easy, because miniaturizations of the circuit and less equipment in the circuit, that is the necessary in electronics applications. So let me connect this circuit in different way. Suppose this is transistor Okay. This is collector resistance. I am connecting here. This is base resistor connecting here. RB and make a common terminal named as plus terminal VCC. Now this is emitter terminal and I can mention as a grounded terminal. So this fixed bias circuit converted into single power supply circuit. How? Let us see. Suppose supply based RB is a terminal number 1, base connected RB is a terminal number 2. The same way, supply based RC is terminal number 1, collector supply terminal of the RC is terminal number 2. Now you see, RC number 1 terminal is connected with the positive supply. RB number 1 terminal is connected with the positive supply. What will happen? Here is the number 1, number 2. This is number 2. This is number 2. So 1 connected with the positive supply. Okay. 1 connected with the positive supply. 1 connected with the positive supply. 1 terminal of the RB connected with the positive supply. Okay. Second terminal of the RB is connected directly with the base. Here, second terminal is connected with the base. The same way, collector terminal, second terminal of the collector, which is also connected with the collector. You see, this is directly connected with the collector. So, this circuit, which is converted into single power supply and equivalent form of the fixed bias. Okay, fine friends, in the next episode, how this circuit will act and how it is a stable against the thermal running, or you can say against the temperature. Whether it is a stable or a not stable, it is a stable or a slightly stable, but other aspect is there that it cannot work or a reparable. Later on we will see in the next episode. Thank you.